Hey everyone, Jamie here. I'm glad you're back. Today I want to start off this video by asking you a question. Are you the CEO of your own finances?
Oh my god, I don't know what you mean. Could you please explain?
Don't worry, Karen, I'll explain. But first of all, thanks for being here today.
You're welcome, Jamie. Thanks for having me.
When I was growing up, my dad always told me,
"Son, to be successful in life, you must always spend less than you make."
what my dad taught me really stuck with me throughout my life, and I always made sure to spend less than I made. But as I got paid more, I tended to spend more, and I regret some of the decisions I made in my 20s. When I would get paid, I would tend to go out and have fun before looking at bills that were coming up. And then I would have a semi-annual or yearly expense that came up, and I wasn't ready for it. I didn't save any money for that. Once I ran my own business, and then I had to manage all those business finances to make sure we were profitable, that took my personal finance game to a whole nother level. Now when I got paid, I'd have a plan for my money instead. I'd make sure every dollar was accounted for. I'd put away some money for entertainment and fun things in life, but I made sure I started putting money towards my financial goals as well. I started this channel to help you take charge of your finances. The earlier you can do this in your life, the earlier you'll reach your financial independence. You may have to make some sacrifices along the way, but no great success has ever come without a sacrifice. To help you take charge of your finances, I've created 2 free spreadsheets for you to use to be able to help you track your spending and also create a plan for your dollars. To get access to either of these spreadsheets, just email me at thejamieparashow@gmail.com and I'd be happy to send you your free copy. Before I take you to my computer and show you these spreadsheets, if you could please support the channel by subscribing or liking the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. I know this more advanced spreadsheet is not for everybody. That's why I created a new one that I'm going to show off today. But if you want to check out the video playlist for this spreadsheet, it's linked above now. So if you want to keep track of your finances on a yearly range and also keep track of your bank balances, debt balances, things like that for the year, then I definitely recommend just learning how to use this spreadsheet and go with this one. But if you more want to just use a month-to-month spreadsheet, that's what I'm going to show next. So if you're new to budgeting and just want something that's easy to keep track of your monthly income and expenses, I've created what I call the monthly money manager. So here you just have 4 categories. You have your income sources, you have your fixed expenses, you have your variable expenses, and you have your debt or savings goals. So when you enter in your information, you just want to fill out these gray highlighted sections, as these white areas have formulas in them, so please don't enter in anything there as it will break the spreadsheet. So the first thing you'd want to do is just label any income sources you have. That could be job income, interest income, dividend income, side hustles, things like that. Then your fixed expenses would be your expenses that normally don't change every month. So it'd be like your rent or house payment, your car payment, subscription services, things like that. So that's where you just would want to fill out those items here. As well as if you want to put a set amount every month towards, let's say, auto maintenance, things like that. Next, you want to put in your variable expense items, which would be like your groceries, your fuel, your utilities, entertainment, health and beauty, things like that. And you want to put in a budget for each of those items. Also, I forgot to mention when you're entering in those, you just want to put in an expense category for each of those items as well, whether that's housing, auto, personal, discretionary, it's a debt payoff, savings, retirement, or taxes. And then finally, you'll want to do the same thing on your debt or savings goals. You want to just list those items out, the budget a month for those, and then what expense category those goes in as well. And then when you're done with that, this is when you just start entering in your monthly transactions. So here you would just put in the category, which would be either is it an income item, a fixed expense item, variable expense item, or debt or savings goal item. When I show you Karen's spreadsheet, we'll go ahead and look into entering in those monthly transactions and how that works. Finally, when you enter in all your information, I have this little dashboard that will show you how much you're budgeting towards each of these expense categories, how much is actually going towards those, and then how much you're over under on your budget, what percent of those expenses are towards your income. So these are all key things you want to look at to help improve your financial situation. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at an example spreadsheet. All right, as you can see under Karen and Chad's spreadsheet, they listed Karen's job income, Chad's job income, and they also earned some interest income. And then they listed all their monthly expenses that are fixed items. They had rent, taxes, health insurance, other insurance, their car payment, subscriptions, a gym membership, their Visa minimum payment, their Discover minimum payment, their auto insurance, renter's insurance, their cell phone bill, their medical expenses, their auto maintenance, their clothes, and they want to put away some every month for their kids' sports and activities. Next, under the variable expenses, they have their groceries, utilities, dining out and entertainment, and health and beauty. And they budgeted for those. And they filled out the categories as well. And then finally, we have each Karen and Chad's work retirement accounts. They want to put away some money. This is more of a year-long savings goal. They want to put away for Christmas and travel plans. They also want to save every month for their vehicle registration. And then they want to put some money towards their debt and then have some money they're saving for their emergency fund and house fund. So I'm going to show you how this works. We're just going to go ahead and enter in some items here. So we're going to, let's say, enter in Karen's income. So we just type in income, then Karen's income. She makes $2,500 a paycheck. And then we're going to enter in her taxes. We're going to take out the taxes that came out of her paycheck. So it was 25%. So that would be $625 there. Under her paycheck, the house's health insurance, dental insurance are also paid from her paycheck. So we're going to go ahead and enter those in. So half of it comes out during this paycheck. And then also the other insurance, half of that comes out. So $75 there. And then finally, we have her retirement account. So we're going to go work retirement, Karen, and that is $75 a paycheck. So as you can see, after we entered all those in, put in her pay here is $2,500, put in the $625 towards taxes, the $500 towards health insurance, $75 towards other insurance, and it also did the $75 towards her work retirement. So before we start paying some more of these expenses, I'm gonna go ahead and enter in her husband's income as well, and then we'll see how much money we have left over to work with. After I entered in Chad's income, it showed up here. The taxes went into here, so we contributed to his work retirement account as well. So now we have $3,745 left over to start putting towards their bills. So we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. So the first thing they're gonna do is pay their rent off. So that's $2,000. And then their car payment is also due at the beginning of the month. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, $250. All right, so after paying off all their expenses that are due before they get paid again, you can see they have $1,495 left over. So they still have to account for their groceries for the month, their utilities, their dining out, their health and beauty, and some of these other savings goals. So this is where you kind of got to take charge of your own finances. What I personally do is I just go ahead and I go into this every day and I start entering in my transactions every day. And then I know where my money's going and I see how much money I have left over to spend until I get the next paycheck. You could also allocate certain funds to each of these items. You could pull out $500 now for your groceries, $150 for utilities, things like that. It's really up to you on how you want to manage your finances. But at the end of the month, you want this to be zero. You want to allocate every single dollar of yours to one of your financial goals. So in my next video, I'll go ahead and work with Karen and we'll start entering in some of her everyday transactions and we'll see how it goes so you can kind of get a picture of how to work this spreadsheet the rest of the month. Thanks so much for watching, and please remember to go ahead and smash that like button or subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Be sure to stay tuned next week for Karen's first in-depth use of this spreadsheet. Thanks so much and have a fantastic day.